Hello folks and welcome to Erannorth Reborn. Last video we were playing with Human Shadow and we are in the stage 4 of normal, so we will be resuming now, but as a reminder I'm playing with the compact rules and you most likely will have these always so detailed card rules, so I will be explaining any card texts that might be shortened as the hover here doesn't include any details. Okay, so let's see how did our character look like. We were having some decent piercing, some decent dark, poison, not so much slashing. We have stalwart, athletic, corrupt, and the Canticum Noctem, which is not the focus of this video, so I will be not adding many cards of the guild. In fact, let's remove the spell stuff. Let's switch to the deck builder and see what else we can remove from here. So these are just human and shadow cards that we will be playing with. Let's see if we have anything new. No. If you notice here, currently we still need 3 more mastery to get access to detect auras, sense thoughts, patch wounds, telekinetic lift, blade in the sleeve, probe it, etc. etc. Okay, so let's advance to the next stage. Let's use the Tiger Act on this one. So we couldn't do much. Not immune, but the potential is too low to affect them. Let's add some defend to the mix. This should be enough for this one though. Let's add some more defend. Okay, we will be getting a level up soon. Let's ignore the Canticum Noctem cards. The only reason I got this organization is so that we can be gaining mastery alongside, so it won't be something that we will have to do when we choose to play as this organization. Okay, so let's add another campfire to my deck. Level 3, this one can take the Tiger Act. We got a level up. Sneak attack on the Gunslinger. Not sure if you can hear this, but this is my baby daughter. She's trying to sleep, having a hard time. That's one of the reasons I don't like to record videos during daytime. But we have lots of ground to cover. So this is a novice exorcist. Blessed will deal damage to wicked enemies, and banish will destroy enemies that have 6 or less hit points. It will also mutate to Cold Spirit, so if we don't play this card, it will become a Cold Spirit and it will craft a Malevolent and a Repentant Spirit or mutate into Possession. He's an Exorcist card. We also have an Inquisitor card. Let's pick this one. So we're helping the Inquisition against these resurrectant Tenebris cultists. And when we draw this card on draw, it says craft 1 justice. So this is justice. And it gives synergy Wrath. Wrath will deal 6 damage plus any retribution we have. And then it will expend retribution. Judgment is a custom resource. We don't particularly care about this now. And retribution, I think we already covered it. It's some sort of a pool of retribution points that when enemies attack, they get this much damage, and this pool is drained out of retribution points, to put it simply. Okay, let's use Justice on this zombie here. It also casts Swift Judgment. We need to expend Judgment to play this card. We just got Judgment from the card we just played. And we will get Synergy Sloth. So the card that we will play next will discard our hand and deal 5 plus 2 damage per card discarded. So we can probably take down the Armored Gaul with the card that we will be playing next. Okay, so let's first take this one down. And now we have the Sloth synergy. We will be discarding our hand. We will lose this Judgment. We will draw 2 cards that we will be added to this Sloth damage, and we will be getting Synergy Healing. So let's use it here. Fortunately he went on 5, so let's trigger this. Teamwork, draw 1. Let's use the end of turn button. So that didn't go very well, but the purpose is to teach you more than let's add the synergy Wrath, the dog, attack, okay, so we helped the Inquisitors. Let's check what we can get from the level up. Let's go to the race perks. There is Impulsive and Cautious, which you can have only one of them. Beguiling. Beguiling is very nice since we'll boost both our piercing and our charisma. So let's get Beguiling. And Energetic is also nice because it will give us 10 action points and we'll get more AP per turn and more actions. Now I will get Beguiling. I don't feel like we are missing action points at this point of our career. And we can also check if we have anything that costs 20 and we care about. As I said, I won't be getting the organization perks at this video. I won't be covering much organization cards. So let's get a missive on our deck. Okay, I will start with take down, and I will focus. This is a sneak attack 6 times. She's immune. These harpies are immune to sneak attack, that's a problem. Let's at least kill one of them. Campfire. Bring the Coven Witch. So our Inquisitor gained a level, that's why she decided to stick around a bit longer. Teamwork, Retribution 8. We can use it on any ally that it's unexhausted. It doesn't have to be here. And let's use it on the dog. The dog loses 4 hit points. Our next action gets Retribution +9. So +9 means a 10 in a level 1 card and a 9 in a level 0 card. Let's play Zeal. So now this Wrath that we will be dealing also going to spend our Retribution, so it will become +19 damage. And let's take down the 7, 19. Might not be enough. Let's use this card. Okay. We are concealed, so it's a sneak attack, but this one can't take sneak attacks. But it's vulnerable, so they will bleed. This harpy wasn't immune to sneak attack, just the other one. Good to know. Okay, and you will probably wondering, okay, before I defeat the enemies, I can't have a way to know of their resistances and so on. But what about after? Can't we get to know the enemy weaknesses, resistances, and all that after we defeat them? The answer is yes. So first of all, you can see the tactics here, and then you have this info button that it's unavailable before you defeat an enemy, so this one doesn't have it, but the defeated enemies do have it, and it will give you all their information. So aside from the resistances, you can see known immunities, bewitched, known tactics, and an explanation of all their tactics as a reminder. But you can always hover. So for these enemies in particular, we see they all have War Cry, and they will use it to boost their power and the damage they can inflict in the next turn. We don't know much about what this one can do, but we can guess about the same stuff as here, the other variation. Okay, let's see. This one is also immune to vulnerable. Bewitched, bewitched. So no one of them is immune to sneak attack. That's a good thing to know. So let's take down the toughest one with a sneak attack. None of them is also immune to stun, so let's stun or attempt to resist it. Okay. It had damage on it, so that's why I put it there. So Warcry, their power is quite higher now. Let's take down the next toughest one. Okay, that's enough to take down. This one is vulnerable, stunned, sorry. And this is the one that will attack. And also, it was immune to vulnerable, but we forgot about it. I forgot about it. Okay, let's end our turn. So she took retribution damage, died from bleed, still stunned. Let's do a sneak attack. And use plan B. Let's tap into our supernatural powers.
I'm not sure.
Who asked you? That was Alexa.
Alexa is a female form of Alexander, and is sometimes
Alexa, stop. Okay. So let's tap into our supernatural powers. And you can spend 7 action points in order to choose and draw 1 out of 4 racial actions. So we can get some interesting cards that we haven't seen before, like Mind Blade. Continue. So you will notice that humans in Erannorth all have untapped psionic potential, and the more they grow in levels and power, more of this psionic potential becomes apparent. Let's use this. We can add it to ourselves. It's a chaotic damage, so it will target a random enemy. Let's reactivate the dog. We can use this once more. And this one will die from the bleed. So Warcry boosting their toughness, their power, sorry. And let's use curiosity. 4 to 9 piercing, 3 to 7 astral. Also use all of them. That was the retribution. The previous one died from our Mind Blade. And the sneak attack. As you can see, sneak attack can hit pretty hard. Deal 4 to 8 piercing, deal 1 intense. That's a piercing card. Also, we can now add this Mind Blade to our deck, which amplifies astral but deals piercing. It's a split damage. And this is split dark. As a reminder, split will have the damage into two sources, and they will both hit the same enemy. So instead of dealing 4 to 8 piercing, I will deal 2 to 4 piercing and 2 to 4 dark. And each amplify will amplify the respective half, so it depends what your enemy resists and what not, to see if this is a good idea or not to do. Okay, we don't have concealment, we don't have a way to give vulnerable 3, but actually this card will level up, so next time we play it, it will be dealing more. We don't care about this dwarf anymore. Okay, let's open the knapsack. We have a bolas which we can use as an offhand weapon, and we have a long knife. Which, if we have agility 20, gives us defend, and it evolves to +4. Deals slashing damage, and if we don't use it, will unravel and give us defend at the start of our turn after the enemy's act. We will get this defense, so for our next turn. Okay, let's add it as an offhand. This means that we are drawing now one less card. And we are drawing dagger and long knife, because our previous weapon was two-handed, so let's add this to our stats. So maybe this to our inventory. So you can't have an offhand if your weapon is two-handed. So fight dirty now upgraded, deals 3 vulnerable. Let's use long knife. Attack with the dog. Even the wannabe vampire became stronger. But he's still not a vampire. Synergy power refers to the ally power, and synergy lifespan to the ally lifespan, so after this trigger, the ally you summon next has more power and less lifespan, and this isn't something that will be upgraded as this card gains level, but since it's synergy, it will count as a higher value depending which card you put it next. Cowl is immune to, and it will die from the echo. Okay, so we are at the boss, Arachne. And she resists piercing a lot. She also resists dark a lot, but astral not so much. We don't know if she is immune to sneak attack or not, so let's hope that she is not. Anyway, let's start with these guys here. I can use vulnerable. and also backstab will inflict bleed, and play guard me and campfire, and actually I prefer my old weapon rather than these two. Desecrate. Desecrate means that during the end of turn phase, an aura of darkness will harm all living and heal all undead and demonic entities. So he will be healed, not so sure about. Yes, this is a demon too, so she will be healed too. And we are not, we are humans, so we will be harmed and our dog will be harmed, so. And this is an effect that it's attached to your character, as is to the enemy, but meaning that as long as it exists under your character, it exists in the battlefield. Let's reactivate once more. So he's dead now, but the aura of darkness is still here. Okay, this means that she will attack the moment that we will hit her with any non-range card. So let's play this reaction. See, I targeted with my right click and she hit back. But we resisted 3. That's good. That we have some resistances. Now she lost the counter attack, so we can safely hit her. And since she's a demon, she might be vulnerable to silver. Let's find out. No, she's not, but she took 12 damage. Okay, let's use this on us. Use this on us. Draw. Draw. Use this on us. Use this on here. Okay. So she has counter attack and will hit. Lost one of them. This is ranged. We can't stand here. Thankfully we had this Shard of Rebirth, which otherwise would have been very bad. Let's use this on my character. Now I have defend 11. She hits back, but we absorb some of this damage. I will discard this. Let's draw the belladonna, see if the silver. No, we already checked the silver. Okay. Let's add a mind blade. So we dealt with her shield. We don't have anything that can help us in our backpack.
Oh no!
Reinforcements. She also has concealment now. Okay, let's deal with this enemy first. Concealment could still kill us. Because she hit for more damage than normally. Okay, that was a close call. That was a close call indeed. And we are on stage 5. So let's see what we will get. First, I will increase my agility because that's who we are a shadow. And second, we will see what we can get. Second class perks. We can improve our dark damage, but we don't have much dark cards at the moment. We can improve our vulnerable and kill effects. Double, triple, quad increase by +6, 4 and 2. We can also get alchemy training, which will also increase our poison damage. And leadership, charisma and summon limit. We don't have much of allies. Herbalism might be interesting to pursue. Let's go with herbalism since we can grab the second perk, which will boost our healing and meditate effects with the infusions, and our venom and cripple effects with decoctions. And these are not an or either proposition. You can have both once you can afford them. So let's get the herbal infusions for starters. We have herbalism 2, and now we need a card that will allow us to gather herbs. So this one, for example, which requires herbalism 2. Now if we were witch, we would have the herbal lore card in addition to that, but we aren't. Okay, so let's remove this. As you can see, we now got some cards unlocked because our mastery is now 20. So what I will actually do is empty my deck and see how we will be feeling it. Blade in the sleeve expands concealment 5. Remember, I'm in a compact rule, so it just says concealment 5. And I need to spend 5 concealment, and if I do, If I don't, this card will fizzle otherwise. If we still have concealment, we'll deal sneak attack and piercing damage. Yes, I will take this card. If the enemy has vulnerable 8, weaken 3 and draw 1. Otherwise, and or, that is, vulnerable 3 and draw 2. Browbeat, quite interesting to refill your hand. Let's keep it in mind. Detect auras, multicast 3. And if we are concealed, we'll get defend 3 on its casting, and the enemies will get dispel their will attempt to dispel their concealment. If we are bleeding, and how do I know that this regards me and not the enemy? Well, if you are in doubt, you can read the extensive rules. Here says bleeding, heal 7, lose 1 action point, while in the other example, like so, says if enemy has vulnerable 8+, then do this. Also the color is red and this is purple, so that's how I know. But if you are not in the compact rules, it will probably say something like caster is bleeding or along those lines. So this is an interesting card. We can also add this. This will expand concealment. And since we are expanding concealment, let's do a concealment search here and find out what cards gives us concealment. So we need the takedown if we are going to use the profile target, which will apply vulnerable unconditionally, even on enemies that normally resist vulnerable. Very powerful card. This will also give synergy concealment, and we also have Skulk, so let's add one of Skulks too. Maybe one of the multicast cards as well. And Campfire now is pretty buffed up. As you see, now that we have many cards, you can experiment with many different variations. Unravel is better now that we got the Meditate boost. Anyway, this is our current deck, and let's see how it will go. So these cards we can't use because we don't have concealment. We can get some herbs. We have one that discards 2 and invokes 3. So let's see what does it do. Now first I'm going to discard 2 cards, okay, and then I will invoke cards from my from the discipline. I will put this card. So if I put it here, I will attempt to invoke from a weapon discipline, which might not be good. Here from the human discipline, we can't use it here. We can't pay for this either. So let's try that. Let's try that in the weapon and see if it has any effect. It doesn't, and we are left out quite in the open. If you try to invoke, it's more safe to do that from your own disciplines. Knapsack, let's add this to the stars. We have a vulnerable of 32. Let's get this. So my only play here is that they somehow don't attack, because if they do attack, I am dead. So let's try to chip the hit points below half. That's not enough. So we'll see what shot it does. And thus ends our journey. And when you reincarnate, you will get your tokens and mastery. So reincarnate. And now we have 94 tokens, and we also got 22 human and 22 shadow mastery. And this is where I'm going to leave you for today. In the next video we will be trying out a new character. Maybe if I hadn't changed the deck we would have survived, maybe not. But losing is part of the game and better used to it, so you won't get disappointed. That's all folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be seeing you next time.